So if we want to choose to move with our hearts, we have to start with a feeling. Start every single day with a feeling that we want to create throughout the day. You see, many of us, we start with what is it that I'm supposed to do today? What is it that I'm supposed to accomplish today? And the more that we do that, the more separated that we feel from ourselves, the more separated we feel for our authentic self, our truth, our playfulness, our creativity. And the more we get into this type of habit of not listening to ourselves and not listening to our being intentional with our lives. This is what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to Follow Soul, a podcast where we choose to live a soul-led life. So today this is actually the last episode I've decided for this season. It's already been a season, that feels amazing. I will take a short little moment to just look into what I want to birth into the next season. And I will be back very soon. I normally don't like to put any kind of time or something like that, like when it's supposed to get out, it's supposed to get out. Normally it goes out much quicker than I expected in that case and so forth. So I'm just saying I'm just going to take a little moment to prepare for next season. So today I wanted to boost you with something that you can remember and walk with you while you're waiting for the next episode, so to say. What I noticed is that when I became more and more authentic and when I became more in my truth, like standing more in my truth and standing more in my power, the more I did that, the more I understood how we are actually like disconnected in taking choices from our heart and taking choices from our intuition, letting our intuition lead the way. And when I noticed and kind of regulated that and reconditioned that, rewired that belief within me, kind of what type of states I operated from, I also realized and was able to actually feel very, very, very in connection with me and very happy and very fulfilled. Because the more that I start to listen to and operated from my heart and operated from my intuition, the more I did what I was actually supposed to do. What I was actually supposed to do to feel good, to feel happiness, to feel joy, excitement, playfulness, creativity throughout my days. To feel that I'm so inspired waking up every single day, right? I remember I woke up one day and I was like, wow, I'm so peaceful today. I'm so peaceful today. And those been following my path a little bit, if you've been listening, for instance, on my YouTube before, know that discontentment was one of the things that I struggled with the most. Like I felt discontent in one way or another every single day. And mornings was usually not my prime time. And I would say that mornings is still time and moments where I need to catch myself. I'm done a tremendous change when it comes to that. But I still notice some mornings when I'm not feeling fulfilled or when I'm feeling discontent in one way or another. So I've been doing a lot in regards to that to be able to go to bed and wake up happy and wake up joyful and wake up and feeling satisfied about myself and about my life. And one way how I've done that is by truly following my heart, and it's by truly starting the day, go through the day and end the day with operating from my heart. And I notice that if I don't start the day with it, it's almost as I'm not laying the foundation for that for the rest of the day. Of course, I can catch myself and correct it, right? But I'm more prone to, increase my vibration higher and higher and higher if I lay the foundation correctly for myself in the morning. So practices had done a lot for that for me as well. I will not talk about so many kind of rituals that I do in the mornings. You can ask me about that another time, or just let me know and I can have an episode about that. But what I want to talk about today is that I want us to start with a feeling that we want to create for that day. This is something that I've done for a while now, and I feel so great when I'm doing so. So every single morning I go through different type of rituals that I have. and different type of spiritual practices that makes me feel really good. And one of those are that I visualize kind of what it is that I want to call into my life, or it's a little bit like different from period to period what it is that I'm like, what my desires are for that moment. So lately my desire has been to feel very great about my days and feel good enough for where I am, even though I have so many desires and what I want to call into this 3D reality to myself. I do also really want to feel fulfilled so deeply. I want to always deepen my fulfillment because I know that when I'm feeling fulfilled, I have everything and I am everything. There's nothing missing. There's no disconnection. There's no separation between me and my desires. What I have at the moment throughout my visualization practice is that I visualize a certain type of feeling that I pick every single day. So I pick a feeling. It can be ease, it can be playfulness, it can be feeling enough, it can be trust, it can be like no matter what it is that I wake up with and feel like this I need for today. I really go by my intuition, I really sit with myself and just like, okay, what type of feeling is it that I want to create with today? And that is so helpful when we want to operate from the heart, when we truly want to create a world, when we are taking the decisions, heart-based decisions, when we're taking decisions from what we truly desire, from a state of love, not a state from logics or a state of supposed tos or a state of shame or guilt or anything like that. Like if we tune in and ask ourselves, what feeling is it that I want to create today, then that becomes the most important. So whatever type of task you go through for that day, you will go with that feeling. Since you have one feeling also, it's very simple, right? You will remember that feeling, and every time you like notice some certain type of annoyance or disturbance throughout the day, or you feel that you're getting a little bit out of touch of you, then you can call back to the moment where you decided for a certain type of feeling for yourself for that day. And it's much easier for you to catch yourself throughout your days to keep your vibrations up throughout the whole day. So you can ask yourself that, okay, wow, what is happening here now? I feel a little bit stressful. Well, okay, that's a little bit weird because, I set out that I'm going to have a feeling of feeling really good. And I'm not feeling good when I am being stressed. Okay, how can I feel good in this moment? What is it that I can do so I can correct this and actually feel good in this moment? Because stress, that was not a priority. Stress was not what I decided for this day, right? And there's another level of this perspective. So what I notice with many people that I talk to about their desires, mine included, is that we sometimes hold on to our desires and we hold on to it tight. We are trying to connect it, so we close our heart chakras because maybe something haven't like gone in the way that we wanted to, or it isn't there yet. We're starting to stressing out about it, or we really want something and we feel that if we just could only have this thing, we will feel so much more fulfilled and so forth, right? There's a lot of different type of like ways of how we are closing off and holding on to things when we feel that we don't have what it is that we want. So that's why it's important for us to not creating this separation with our desires, but actually seeing that we have our desires right here, right now in front of us. And that is a longer discussion about other things, but why I want to talk about this today and take it into today's discussion is that the next level of you integrating a certain type of feeling into your everyday life is that you're starting to open up to the way how you can feel into what it is that you desire, because that is also something you maybe have heard it, people are talking about like the feeling is what is it they're saying, like the feeling is the most important step when it comes to manifest something into your life. The feeling is like totally the most important, and though I agree with that to some extent, like the feeling is really important. But why I do believe that it is so important is because we then start to really operate from our heart, and we start to open up our heart, and we start to be able to receive and saying like, hey, you know what, I want this, I receive this. We become light and we become in our emotions, we become more fluid, right? That is what happens. So what is also happening is that we're actually starting to listen to ourself, our truest self that wants to have a great experience. Our truest self don't want us to suffer. Our truest self don't want us to go through hardship after hardship. Our truest self don't want us to experience things in a bad manner. That is just what we have subscribed to and believe sometimes that is the way. But it's actually not. Our highest self, our true self, want us to experience life in a great way, in a good way, in a fun way. We can learn through light as well, right? So I know that I'm not so structured in my conversation today. I'm talking about a little bit this and a little bit of that and so forth, but I'm just feeling that it's important for us sometimes to just open our channels to what it is that is supposed to come out and come through. And this is what I felt was very necessary for us to do. So you have a practice for today. You have like an idea what it is that you can do. So start with the feeling, and the feeling will also help you to attract more of what it is that you want in the end as well. But that should definitely not be the goal of this practice. But I'm just saying that that is the next level of you opening up to receiving more. So if you feel that you want to come closer to your heart, if you feel that you want to operate from a state of love, high frequency, high vibe, if you feel that it's important for you to change your vibration and become more like optimistic towards life, if you feel that you actually want to do what your truest self want to do, if you feel that you want to be more authentic, if you want to connect more to yourself, if you want to feel more happiness, playfulness, whatever it is that you want to feel throughout your days, if you want to feel more fulfilled, like this practice has such a huge range of goodness. So I don't know why you shouldn't pick that up, right? This is of course not for all. We all do things in different things. Maybe you should not like visualize. Instead, it's maybe easier for you to talk about it. I do a lot of talk visualizations as well. I can talk about that another time. You can do things in your own way, find your own tone of it, find your own touch of it. But the important part here is to have a certain type of feeling that you want to create for the day, that is the most important. So you follow your intuition, so that you are able to catch yourself throughout your day if something starts to steer off course, if you start to go back to your ego, or start to go back to your triggers, or starting to go back to feeling a little bit more negative loaded, and then you can easily catch yourself there and saying, hey, is this feeling resonating with the feeling that I decided to create for this day? Yes or no? No, okay, but then let's change that. So yeah, let me know what you think about this little practice. And also do let me know, those of you who have been listening to these 11 episodes that has been, what you have liked about it, what it is that you want to hear more about. If there is something that I haven't touched that you really want to hear about, just let me know and we will bring the conversation into this podcast if I feel it is resonating. So yeah, have a good one. See you in a moment and take care of yourself. Keep on listening to Within Talks. Bye.